Hey everybody, today's Crystal Singing Bowl session is going to be basically a Lightworkers activations, fulfilling your destiny, magnifying your purpose, lightworking and ascension. What I have around me, we've got a big crystal grid of, they call them pineapple quartz or celestial quartz. What they are is quartz crystals that have tons of little quartz crystals growing on the side. So basically it's a main computer with a bunch of little generators on the back end. This one is a darker one, which is much more for grounding, for those who are spiritually inclined and can't bring the energies down to the earth. That's what this one is good for, and so I'll have it pointing in back of me to help ground it in. And these other whiter ones are to bring the spirituality down. So it basically processes the information up from the Akashic records, brings them down in. We have a green chloride included quartz, which is really good for connecting to the earth, finding balance and harmony, neutralizing radiation. We have a bunch of Tibetan smoky quartz. It's these black ones all pointed out to ground off the energies out behind us. We have an amethyst or chevron amethyst, or a dream amethyst is what they call it, which is good for changing your thoughts, and I have it at the root chakra down here to help us change the thoughts in our bodies. We have a kind of a brown calcite of a sort. Basically, this one is good for helping you get to work. So we're throwing this in the sacral chakra, get to work on the creativity and your just creative side to bring that stuff out. We have a Himalayan gold azeztulite, which is going to be going with the solar plexus, which is to bring the golden ray down. Basically, the great central sun of the universe, this is the seat of the soul. We're going to bring the soul of the universe into our willpower and our I do. We have a sphene, eudialyte, and agarine. Basically, the eudialyte is for soul's heart. To bring that down, the sphene titanite is a very masculine-based stone, so we've got the emotional eudialyte. The sphene titanite is a very, so the eudialyte is an emotional feminine stone. We've got the sphene titanite is a very emotionless masculine stone of the straight arrow, the direction, so we're combining both the emotions and then the straight arrow of bringing those. And agarine is this black in this, which is known as basically the sword in the stone, the legendary sword in the stone. A lot of people think the sword in the stone is a sword you pull from the stone, when in fact it's actually the sword. The stone is the sword. And so you metaphysically pull the sword from the stone by using it through yourself. And so this one is a really good one for the light workers that know what's in their heart and want to help, but don't know how to bring that out and bring it forward and cut through the obstacles and the difficulties, hence that sword in the stone. It's great for grounding off EMFs, harp waves, ELFs, beautiful, beautiful stone. We have got a Shattuckite, which is for enhanced communication, so we can communicate with the divine down to this 3D physical realm. And then we have two Melody Super 7 stones for the third eye. These are really neat stones to basically help amplify and clear the psychic abilities that we have in the third eye brow region up in here. And then finally, we have an apophyllite. Astrophyllite. This is basically good for grounding dreams into reality, and we have it up at the crown chakra to basically connect to the crown and the soul and ground those into this physical world and make it a reality. Our oils that we're going to use are Valor for balancing. Then we're going to go up to cedarwood for our grounding. Cassia for the passion and fire is going to be there. We've got Into the Future for the solar plexus. We've got Magnify Your Purpose and White Light. I know not a lot of people have white light, but I'll broadcast the energies for us. The Magnify Your Purpose, though, is going to go over the heart, too. We have Myrtle for communication, which is going to go in the throat chakra. We have Onica, which is going to go in our conscious level thoughts. This third eye one is going to be Onica. It's for making heart-based decisions. So we're basically going to bring the heart up to the conscious level thought. And then we have Fulfill Your Destiny is going to go in the lower third eye. So in the subconscious thoughts, we're going to be bringing basically the fulfilling your destiny into those subconscious thoughts to be brought up more. And then we have Sacred Frankincense for the crown chakra, which is going to be the I understand when we get around to that. So we're going to start off with, everybody, the intention. I ask that I have permission to work with you. Feel free to say yes out loud so that way you can consciously accept the energetic donations that I'm sending out. And the first one we're going to work with is this big C-sharp bowl. And this one we're just going to use to help ground us, to balance us. We're going to use it for a few minutes. This one is going to be used with Valor oil, which is kind of like a chiropractor in a bottle. It's good for aligning electrical energies. You can put it on your feet and the back of your head are two really good places. I've already done that. But I'm going to add it to my lower back because I still don't have a perfect lower back, so we're going to add a little extra support down there. And then when you're done, we're going to have you just inhale the rest and relax, and we'll guide you through the rest of this as we go along. So the intention for this bowl for a little bit is to just kind of calm down, relax, balance yourself, and let's get prepared for something wild. Oh, I also missed, we have a heart-shaped petrified wood for this super low one to basically ground in these energies. That's what petrified wood is for, is it's a grounded earthing stone. Down to is the root chakra, and we're going to use cedarwood oil along with this dream amethyst, so we're going to be able to change our bodily thoughts, and cedarwood grounds the divine will down into the body, and so it's really good for grounding. Where I'm going to put it is on my feet, and so that's a very good recommended place. You can put it anywhere you want, and for those of you who really want to step it up a notch, Feel free to put some on your right thumb or your left thumb and press and hold it to the roof of your mouth for a little bit. Cedarwood is very high in sesquiterpenes, which readily cross the blood-brain barrier. So it will help ground the divine will up in through the pineal gland down into the body. So I'm doing it down on the feet, and you can add it to the roof of your mouth on your thumb if you'd like as well. I'm going to start with the root chakra and then head all the way up to the crown and work down. Unlike many other ones, I start at the bottom and work up. We're just going to start with this very bottom and then work from the top down. The intention for Cedarwood while doing it is to ground in the divine will, or the Holy Spirit, if you will, because the Holy Spirit exists everywhere. The Creator exists everywhere, but we have to be able to ground that energy in to be able to direct it in a way. So that's what we're doing, is we're opening the grounding pathways to bring it in and direct it. Basically ground in the energies of the divine, the Holy Spirit, the Creator, the prana, the chi, whatever you would like to call it. You can call it Bob for all you want. Doesn't make any difference. It's what it means to you. And so now that we've kind of opened up the pathway with the cedar wood to ground it in with the root chakra, we're going to head over to sacred frankincense. And my recommendation for sacred frankincense, you could put it on your feet if you want, but I'm going to say putting it on the crown of the head with the intention of understanding what it is that your soul is asking you to do. So this one specifically is to enhance your soul's ability to communicate with you and help you understand what the universe has planned. Crystal to help ground that in even better and turn it into a reality. So whatever your soul is asking you to do, you'll understand, communicate with it better, and ground those dreams in around you. by going counterclockwise is to clear any blockages in communication to your soul. Clockwise drives in and counterclockwise drives out. So right now in the crown chakra, we're driving out any blockages to your soul being able to communicate with you. Clearing out any blockages in your ability to understand. Clockwise again, we're going to bring that understanding down. And then, as always, we want everything as heart-based as possible. So we can have what our soul communicates and what we're going to ground in, but we want to make sure we act from the heart and do everything that we do in a loving fashion. Because your soul you might have something that you need to do or that you're going to ground in, but if you don't do it lovingly, that just attracts more karma that you would have to clear later, more problems you'd have to undo and things to unfix. So we're going to magnify your purpose over the heart. To magnify basically your heart's desires that have been communicated down from the soul and grounding into the body, and we do it in a heart-based fashion. Based intentions come with this Udeolite Sphene Agarine to emotionally what the heart feels is best. We have the Udeolite, the Sphene Titanite to act out what the heart feels and do it, and the Agarine to cut through anything that gets in the way, any doubts, any fears, any second guessing, any questionings. light spread throughout the body. Each time the heartbeat beats, it's going to get a little bit brighter. And it's going to spread a little bit more and spread down your arms and your fingers, down your torso and hips and lower back, all the way down to your feet. And make note of any thoughts that you have. Go ahead and follow them and see where they lead. And send that reddish pink energy into those thoughts and follow that color. Allow yourself to have any thoughts that you want of magnifying your purpose. No matter how outrageous they seem, allow your heart to feel them and allow yourself to have your purpose be magnified. Now we're going to let our heart sing the song of our soul. Let your soul speak to your heart. Let that love-based higher purpose in. Let the reason that you're on this planet, the reason you're even here, let it fill your heart and feel it. Now we're going to ground that heart into the body, into the I am, down into the root chakra. Ground that soul and that heart into this 3D plane, into your physical body. So you can bring those ideas into action, into doing, and into being. That magnified purpose that your soul spoke to your heart about. Bring it on down into the body, into the I am. Next bowl we're using is a subconscious third eye bowl. We've got a Melody Super 7 stone, which is powerful for clearing and psychic activation and bringing those thoughts in and really helping you conquer, dominate them, and project those thoughts forward into your body and into the world. And the thoughts that we're going to project forward is to fulfill your destiny. I recommend this one can either go on your head, on your heart, but I really like inhaling this one to help change your thoughts into fulfilling your destiny. Subconscious thoughts of fulfilling your destiny. Pull those thoughts down into your body. Pull it down into, I am going to fulfill my destiny. The next oil we're going to use is Onycha with another Melody Super 7 stone, which is going to go into our conscious thoughts. So our conscious third eye. Onycha is used to make heart-based decisions. So you can, if you want, you can put a little bit on your third eye for the decisions, and then down to your heart to make heart-based decisions and connect the two. And then inhale a bunch of it as well to basically make heart-based thoughts. Conscious heart-based thoughts. thoughts of fulfilling our destiny and merge them with the thoughts of heart-based decisions and merge them into the I am, into your physical body and who your ego identifies with. Heart-based with the oil white light. I know many people won't have this one because it's a difficult one to get. But just do your best. White light is for the intention of ascension and connection with nature. It's what this chlorite-included phantom quartz is very, very good for. It's to help you connect with the natural world. In our technology-ridden world that we have these days, we find it so difficult often to connect with our natural world, and that's what leads to the destruction not only of our world around us, but to ourselves, because we forget where we come from and what we're made of. The next oil we're going to use is myrtle and shadokite to basically clearly communicate the truth from a heart-based standpoint at all times. And the lesson the shadokite stone brings us is to always communicate the truth, even if it's uncomfortable. Now, you can always lovingly communicate the truth, and even if it's uncomfortable, as long as it's from the heart-based, you're sparing everybody the pain of white lies are still white lies. Just find the most effective, heart-based way to communicate the truth and adhere to that truth. A person who tells the truth never has to remember anything. And much like the old Jewish wisdom goes, many things are true, but there's only one truth. If it's true, it's not new, and if it's new, it's not true. At least hopefully that's Jewish wisdom, I'm not sure. Might be Kabbalistic. Could be Buddhist. Could be any of them. from your higher self. Lovingly communicate to yourself, what has your soul been saying to you? This oil we're going to use into the future over our solar plexus to move into the future doing what our heart and our soul are communicating to us to do. The solar plexus is the I do. It's the seat of the soul. It's the air of the organ of the body is the liver, which purges the things in the body that shouldn't be there, purges the things in the soul that don't belong there. Forward in doing what our soul has communicated to our heart. And so good attention for right now as I do what my heart and soul has communicated to me. So the last bowl is a sacral chakra bowl, and we're pairing cassia oil with it. Cassia oil is liquid desire. It's that burning desire to do something. And we're pairing it with the sacral chakra to bring that desire to create artistically. Use your talents that you've been given and your skills that you've been blessed with, and creatively express them. Creatively bring them from the heart. Create in a passionate, desirable manner, in the way that you desire to, that your soul desires you to communicate and create. and creatively express yourself in unique and loving ways. Be it through art, through dance, through music, crystal grids, flower petals. However you artistically feel like communicating those love-based thoughts from your soul. Now I invite you to take a moment to take all those thoughts, all those feelings, and just bring them down into the I am. Bring them down into the body that you are right now. Feel your feet, your fingers, your toes, your breath, your heartbeat, especially your tailbone and the heels of your feet. Take a moment to reflect on the I am, of who the ego feels it is, and merge that with the thoughts of the spirit and the heart and the communication, the creativity. And bring that all down into the body. Far more capable than what you've allowed yourself to believe before. And say to yourself, I am far more loving than I allowed myself to believe before. I'm far more creative than I allowed myself to believe. You could say, I'm a vessel and through which my soul communicates. Our last oil is myrrh. And myrrh is the oil of grounding your soul into your body and connecting it with this earth. So I like to put myrrh on my feet to ground the soul in all the way from the top of my head all the way down to my feet. We're going to just relax for the rest of it. Just let your soul come down in and ground all the way to your feet. And let your spirit live in your body and relax and just feel it flow outward and inward. Let the higher pieces of yourself come down into your soul, into your body. at this point, feel free to wiggle your fingers and your toes if you're laying down. Just connect to your body again. Take as much time as you need. And bring yourself up to a sitting position and draw your awareness back to the room. And I thank you very much for sharing your time with me. I really hope you enjoyed yourself and hope this helped you better your life in some way, shape, or form.